to stop.
I mean, 5 minutes is a little much, right? Couldn't you just say like, I guess it picks like 4:45 or something.
That's true,
So,
actually. And it's Armageddon time, Jen.
and there it is.
Strap in.
The game's
Yep.
begun. The game has begun. And we saw this earlier, and I think white got a really good position. And maybe this is one of the reasons why Alexandra was so determined to get white, right? If I remember correctly, we saw this in one of the bullet games.
Yes.
And now we see this Norwegian variation, as it's called.
Yep. And it didn't work out so successfully, if I remember rightly, for Mai, because Alexandra was just put in a very powerful performance and she got a winning position, although it kind of turned in later middle game. But all be careful, as you're highlighting c5, c4, the old Noah's Ark trap is in the air.
But because she did not play that instead she played bishop to b7.
The rook was hanging on a8, so she could get away with it for some bizarre reason. But okay, now she's moved the queen because of c5, c4. But knight to f6, black seems like they're doing fine. Just go bishop to g5, set up a pin or castle.
Yeah, but on the other hand, I mean, she is, again, not only did she start with only 4 minutes and 9 seconds, but now she's down to 3:17. As actually both players have thought for the same amount of time, but as it continues to go down, it benefits Alexandra because she has a higher percentage of time on the clock. As for the position, I mean, it seems relatively comfortable for both sides. It's annoying to me that it's white. I'm not able to slide that bishop back to a2. So I am going to lose that coveted bishop on b3.
Well, there she goes. It's gone. And, well, one thing though, Alexandra is setting up for a potential break on e5. But other than that, her position isn't that easy to play. Yeah, she's got control of the d5 square. She can put the knight on d5, but what's she going to do with the bishop on c1? Is it going to come out to g5? But I like this move. b4, fixing the pawn on a6. And rook e8, I was told that when in doubt and you're stuck for a plan in the Lopez, just go rook e8, bishop f8, and then reroute the bishop to g7. Done. And here you go.
Of course. Chessable chorus. I know my brother likes that chorus. So. And actually, I have to say, one of my regrets in my early chess career is that I switched from double king pawn to the Sicilian too soon. So for those of you watching, if you're kind of getting more into chess, stick with e5 for a while because you might need it later. You know, you might want to play it later in life, and you want to feel those vibes and the positions well. Knight d4, trying to get that knight into the excellent f5 position, but for some reason the computer absolutely detests this move. Let's see why.
Yeah, it says c5, but c5 looks very brave because you're inviting knight to f5. Now, I'm presuming that knight to f5 doesn't work because of tactical issues. Yeah, knight e4, okay, c takes b4. It's as simple as that. And this bishop on f8 is an excellent defender of the king, so you cannot sacrifice a piece on h6. And yeah, now a knight comes in terms of the clock situation. It's Armageddon, so no increment. Mai is down to 2 minutes and 15 seconds.
Lots of tactics here. I don't think that this is by any means crushing for Narva. I'm seeing all sorts of tactical possibilities. The computer likes rook takes e8, noting that the pawn on a6 is hanging at the end of the variation. And, you know, you always have to worry about some other nasty ideas, too, like queen g3, threatening all sorts of knight h6 business. But instead, she moves her knight back to e3.
Yeah, and this allows g6. Remember the plan, put the bishop on g7. Nothing can go wrong in that situation. And Mai is following it. But Alexandra down to 2 minutes and 39 seconds. And her position is not easy at all. She's going to double the rooks on the A line.
Yeah, but it's really unfortunate here because for Kosteniuk, she's down a pawn and in no clear compensation now that her knight has been booted from f5. Very bad position for her. Really, the only thing she has going for her is that 30-second advantage. Has to make use of it. Oh, knight e3. That was a turning moment. Very bad outcome for her. Bishop e3. She's trying to make something of her position again. Queen d2 potentially. Oh, she can't. The rook on a2 is hanging. Forces a traded queen. This is terrible.
Oh, look at those pawns. They are marching in. Oh, gosh. b3. Oh, this is a dream for Mai Narva. She takes with the c pawn. The d pawn is hanging. This pawn on b2, that's vulnerable. Oh, my goodness. It's all gone wrong. And look at that. The clock situation. Mai Narva barely has any time difference from Alexandra. Rook takes e3. But do you think that Alexandra can hold on?
Yeah, but it doesn't matter because Narva's got the draw. That's the problem. White actually has to win this, which is the complete disaster here. What a beautiful play here by Narva. But I trace it back to that knight e3 moment. And, here we see rook to d8, trying to take advantage of the pin here. I was looking for ways to play a3, but she wants to just be super practical here and say, like, if I can win material here and you have to fight for a draw down a piece with some pawns, like, this is just going to be too easy.
Yeah. And talking about this, look at it. She's just going to take on b2. Oh, she dropped her piece. She dropped a piece as a match slip. Oh, my goodness. She wanted to take the pawn on b2, but she dropped. Oh,
no. Oh, my God. But, oh, my God, what a way to end such a brilliantly played match. Oh, poor Narva. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, it's heartbreaking to be there on the cusp of qualifying to the quarterfinals, where
by
she
beating
would
the
face
legend
Baer,
herself.
and she mouse drops a bishop onto d4. Oh, well, she's gonna try just to play on to see if she can salvage something, but heartbreaking turn of events. Oh, the pain is real. King to e3. And there you can just see Marva there, Mai Narva, shaking her head. That
we've all felt it in chess, and there it is, Ali. What an absolutely dazzling match, and what a heartbreaking finale.
Absolutely. All the emotions, all the feels. Alexandra Kosteniuk